Republican Senator Rand Paul said the killing of Soleimani is the death of diplomacy with Iran.
You would have to be brain dead to believe that we tear up the agreement, we put an embargo on you, and we kill your major general, and they're just going to crawl back to the table and say, what do you want, America?
Excuse me, Senator? How dare you suggest that America's president is brain dead? That is so insulting. Mr. President, why don't you go ahead and educate this fool?
President Trump defended himself on Monday, saying the United States is a lot safer now.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what the response is, if any. But you've seen what I said our response will be.
Okay, Rand Paul. I, like your barber, owe you an apology. Now look, the truth is, it's not that surprising that Trump's response is so muddled and confusing, because he's Trump. What is interesting is how the entire administration seems to be just as confused about every aspect of this situation. For instance, starting with the rationale for why they killed Soleimani in the first place.
The Trump administration is scrambling to explain the two words that led to all of this: imminent threat.
Was the justification this imminent threat?
Chuck, it's never one thing. You've been at this a long time. The American people are smart too. It's never one moment. It's never one instance. It's a collective. It's a full situational awareness of risk.
If you're looking for imminence, you need to look no further than the days that led up to the strike that was taken against Soleimani.
When you say the attacks were imminent, how imminent were they? Were we talking about days? Were we talking about weeks?
If you're an American in the region, days and weeks, this is not something that's relevant.
Okay, hold up, man. You can't say the threat is imminent. Then when people ask how imminent, you're like, well, time is irrelevant. No, because that's specifically what imminent means. Like, he's acting like we're crazy for asking a question. An attack was imminent, okay? It's like, really, Pompeo? How imminent? Jeez, you guys are obsessed with numbers. Get off my back, Rain Man. So America is on the cusp of war, and already the most basic question, why are we doing it, has been unclear at best. But the fallout has been handled just as clumsily. Because remember, Iraq's government was so mad about this drone strike happening on their soil that they asked America to leave the country for good. Well, yesterday, the US government made two stunning announcements in the span of a couple of hours. First, they were withdrawing its troops from Iraq. And second, forget that thing that we first just said.
Adding to the confusion Monday, the Pentagon circulated a letter announcing a withdrawal of U.S. forces from Iraq. But the Pentagon later said there is no decision to leave Iraq, and it was just a draft.
It was a mistake, an honest mistake.
Yeah, that's right. The Pentagon released an announcement saying they were pulling out the troops, and then they were like, backsies. I didn't take my hand off the piece. I didn't take my hand off the piece. That's not the move. Like, how do you send out a draft military announcement by mistake? These people control nuclear weapons, and they can't even handle Microsoft Outlook. How do you do this, huh? It's like, all right, it's time to bomb Iran. Oh, shit, I sent them a referral code to Grubhub. Sorry, guys. So it's not clear why the administration chose to kill Soleimani now, and it's not clear if the troops are leaving Iraq or not. But one thing's for sure, they also don't seem to know what they would bomb next.
The Trump administration struggles to put out a cohesive message about how the United States plans to respond to Iran's latest threat.
The president is threatening to strike 52 sites in Iran, including cultural ones, which would violate international law. Senior administration officials either publicly contradicted Mr. Trump or said that he had not said what he said.
The American people should know that every target that we strike will be a lawful target, and it will be a target designed at the singular mission of protecting and defending America.
President Trump vowing he's prepared to strike back, though he's now backing down from threats to target Iran's cultural sites.
We are, according to various laws, supposed to be very careful with their cultural heritage. And you know what? If that's what the law is, I like to obey the law.
What? I like to obey the law? No, you have to obey the law. Trump makes the law sound like it's an optional topping at Chipotle. Bitch, it's the Geneva Convention, not Pico de Gallo. I like to obey the law. But come on, how does this administration never seem to be on the same page? Trump says they'll bomb cultural sites. His administration says they won't. Trump says he will. They say he won't. Now he says he won't. It's almost like they have a group chat, but Trump never gets the message because he's on Android. That's what it seems like.